Hi, this is Carly Anderson. I'm giving a presentation on an outbreak investigation of yellow fever. This disease has a long history of impacting the human race as early as 3000 BCE. It was brought over to the United States in 1668, and there were over 25 outbreaks. And currently, there's a re-emerging outbreak in Brazil as recently as earlier this month. The pathogen causing yellow fever is the RNA virus of flavivirus, which is related to West Nile, Japanese encephalitis, and St. Louis encephalitis. There's no cure for the disease. There is a prevention via immunization or palliative treatments. There's three phases of transmitting the disease: the sylvatic phase, the savanna phase, and the urban phase. Sylvatic has the disease in a reservoir host from monkey to mosquito, and monkey to mosquito back and forth. In Africa, there's a savanna phase in which the disease goes from monkey to mosquito to human, or from human to mosquito to human, in which case mosquitoes are infecting the monkeys or the humans, and then the mosquito bites the same monkey or human and takes it to another uninfected victim. In the urban phase, the mosquito infects a human, then another mosquito would bite that human and transmit it to another uninfected human. So the map that you that you see in the corner shows the range at which the mosquitoes species which carry the disease range. Here are the symptoms of the disease: fever, chills, anorexia, nausea, malaise, headaches, liver damage, and kidney problems. Yellow fever actually gets its name from the jaundiced appearance that the liver damage causes. Geographically, the disease is primarily distributed currently in Africa and South America, and in the graph below you see the number of yellow fever cases reported between the two countries between 1950 and 2005. So you see that spike in the 1985 time period, and it started to climb again in the 2000s, not terribly significantly, but in 2017, there was an outbreak in Brazil, which seems to have been imported from Angola. There were 110 suspected cases, including 30 deaths related to this outbreak thus far. An immunization campaign is currently underway. Population affected is children, elderly, immunocompromised, and those with comorbidities, which would experience more severe cases of the disease, but also unimmunized travelers pose a risk of potentially carrying the disease back home, and obviously those located in the endemic area are at risk. Here you see the prevalence in both morbidity and mortality, slightly higher in both in West Africa. Investigating the disease helps provide rationale for requesting immunizations to be available. Currently, yellow fever is surveyable and reportable through the international health regulations. So to investigate, you would take a health history to determine whether or not the symptoms that are presenting fit the case definition. There is probable and confirmed cases, as well as suspected. So you would check the case history of immunization and laboratory antibodies. You would check the geographic location, interview the personal contacts of each person, and report and request aid as appropriate. Unlike malaria, against which there is no immunization, there is immunization available for yellow fever. And you see in the graph to your right how little data there is related to immunization coverage for countries within the Americas. Other preventions include insect repellent, treated bed nets to prevent contact with the mosquitoes, and eliminating standing water. Here are the countries that are requiring immunization prior to entry, which also will help to prevent the spread and importation of disease. Here are the references used in this presentation. Thank you very much for your time.